very scattered after parties. That has been a big problem with these Big Sevens events. What makes Cape Fear different when it comes to entertainment flow and crowd energy? I mean, are we expecting the same thing when we go to North Carolina? Mara party moja sijui iko wapi, ingine iko huku. Are we expecting that confusion, or what is going to be happening at Cape Fear 7?
Kenya Exiles has grown in the recent years because it's really a cultural event for us. It's more than rugby. It's on the beach in Wilmington, North Carolina. And when I say a cultural part of it is you find that so many people that come from who are here from Kenya in the United States, they always look for something that gives them that reset to what they felt and what they feel at home, huko Kenya, you know?
Now, tonight we're going to be shifting our attention to the countdown of one of the biggest weekends in the Kenyan Diaspora entertainment calendar. This is the 2025 Cape Fear Sevens tournament. It's an event that has grown from a small gathering of rugby lovers into a full-blown cultural phenomenon, blending athleticism, homegrown music, and the untouchable Kenyan spirit. Now, this year's edition promises to be bigger, louder, and bolder than ever before. And tonight, we're giving you the inside scoop, from the tactical setups on the pitch to the DJ lineups off it, from the pride that fuels the Kenya Exile squad to behind the scenes hustle that make it happen. We'll be joined by some powerhouses behind the movement. First up, we have the director of the Kenya Exiles and one of the lead architects of Cape Fear Sevens, Benny Thiongo. Benny Thiongo is in the building with us. Benny, karibu sana to the OneMicShow. Benny, I'm going to get started with you. You know, just tell us how you're feeling and whether you can hear us. Benny, karibu sana. Okay. Aya, karibu sana Benny.
Ongeza volume kidogo kadhaa.
Yeah, Benny, unatusikia?
Nawasikia sawa, ni labda mimi najua have a soft voice.
Okay, you're feeling shy?
Yeah, right.
Umepata stage fright kidogo? Okay, hakuna wasiwasi hapo. Now, you know, like, just to get us warmed up a bit, for a brief minute, just quickly tell us, what do you think has made Cape Fear grow so fast, especially amongst Kenyans in the recent years? Benny?
Kenya Exiles has grown in the recent years because it's really a cultural event for us. It's more than rugby. It's on the beach in Wilmington, North Carolina. And when I say a cultural part of it is you find that so many people that come from who are here from Kenya in the United States, they always look for something that gives them that reset to what they felt and what they feel at home, huko Kenya, you know? So Cape Fear Sevens is a local tournament, and it brings up that feeling of how we used to go to, you know, Tennesside, Driftwood or whatever, all those tournaments all in one, Baka Safari Sevens, all in the same place. And then you add the fact that it's also a family event, and we are able to bring our kids, different generations from everywhere. And once you get everybody in the same place and we all just enjoying ourselves, we just watch rugby and talk to each other and learn what everybody is doing in their own free time.
Okay, amazing stuff, Benny, and thank you so much for putting this tournament together. We're going to be talking about that a little bit more in detail. Also joining us is a name that needs no introduction to music and party lovers on both coasts, East Coast, West Coast, South Coast, North Coast. He's got turntables in one hand and vibes on the other. DJ Sunny Sistuki is also in the building. Sistuki, karibu sana. You are familiar with Kilimanjaro Studios. You've been on the OneMicShow before. Karibu sana, DJ Sistuki.
Yes, thank you so much. Can you guys hear me well?
Yes, loud and clear. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling very excited.
Okay.
You know, we're just moving into, we have 2 weekends left before Cape Fear Sevens.
Yes.
And this is that last stretch where we get all our details, we get all our ducks in a row, and we look forward to a fabulous weekend.
Okay. Yeah, asante sana. And to those who are tuned in, maybe they're not familiar with the dates. It's from Thursday, June the 26th to Sunday,
Yes.
June the 29th. So get prepared. If you hadn't made plans, start making plans. We're going to talk about logistics, what airport you need to go to if you're going to be flying in, or hotels. Nanini will be talking about all that in a short while. But Sistuki, this year we've seen events like LA7s with very amazing fan zones, but very scattered after parties. That has been a big problem with these big sevens events. What makes Cape Fear different when it comes to entertainment flow and crowd energy? I mean, are we expecting the same thing when we go to North Carolina? Mara party moja sijui iko wapi, ingine iko huku. Are we expecting that confusion, or what is going to be happening at Cape Fear Sevens?
So there's a few things that are going to really differentiate this experience from any past experience that you might have had, but be it in LA, be it in Vegas, or even be in, if you go for any other Kenyan reunion in Atlanta or Dallas or any of these other places. So one of the important things that we're going to realize is this event is happening in Wilmington, North Carolina. Wilmington is a beach town. Wilmington is not a big city like Atlanta or Dallas or even Raleigh, where I live, or DC for that matter. Wilmington is a small beach town with a very quaint atmosphere. People are very free. There's not too much bushiness or anything in ATL. So I mean, in Wilmington. So what people are going to expect is, from an entertainment perspective, is just a very free feeling, free-spirited entertainment scene, but also a quality entertainment scene. So the entertainment is going to be very well curated. We obviously have some of the best DJs in the industry who are coming to entertain our crowds. But on top of that, you're not going to have there's one thing. Let me step back a little bit. Let me start by saying, in Wilmington, because this is a rugby event, we're also going to be pushing for the other teams, because there's actually 60 teams or more. Am I right, Benny? 60 or more teams that are going to be in this specific tournament. So granted, we have our 2 Kenyan teams, and we're doing most of the promotion on the Kenyan side. We're also going to be encouraging members of the other teams and people who have come to cheer the other teams to join our after parties. Because of this, these are rugby folks. These are rugby fans. They don't like dressing up in fancy clothes. They don't like being in fancy places. So I'm not saying this to deter you from coming. I'm actually saying this to encourage you to encourage you to come, because yes, you can still dress up, you can still show up. The venue we've picked out has a nice rooftop view. The entertainment we've picked out is going to be very well curated and of the highest quality. We'll make sure we have the best sound equipment so that everything sounds great. What people can expect is not having to come and wait for the expensive bottle service, the really expensive drink prices that LA and Vegas have. This is feel-good bars with feel-good vibes in a beach town is basically what it is. So I hope that kind of gives you an idea of how this is. And then there's not going to be 20 events going on. Well, let me not say, there won't be 2 or 3 events going on. We are the primary entertainment providers. We are teamed up with Kenya Exiles. We're teamed up with, and when I say teamed up with Kenya Exiles, it's not at the, DJ Sunny Sestuki has put together the entertainment roster, and Kenya Exiles is just endorsing us. It's a little further than that. Kenya Exiles is actually involved in the planning and the venue picking. So Benny and I have multiple calls on multiple occasions to make sure that we're on the same page. The Kenya Exiles director himself is on the entertainment planning, and I am on the tournament planning. So it's a very symbiotic relationship between the sport and the entertainment in this instance.
Okay, aya sawa sawa, and we really appreciate the details of that, and also knowing that this is a symbiotic relationship. It's not just one of those of there's gonna be rugby, like I'm a DJ, I'm just gonna come post up somewhere close, and people will come from the rugby to come there. So So I think that will be very interesting. And I want to remind the listeners that you're tuned into the One Mic Show. The number to call is 202-683-4570. Press star 5 to speak. Again, the number to call is 202-683-4570. Press star 5 to speak. We're going to be talking about this in a little bit more detail. And of course, type up on YouTube and also on Facebook. Let us know where you're tuned in from and whether you'll be coming to Cape Fear Sevens. And on the panel also, we have representing the player's perspective. We are joined by Samuel Mutari, who's suiting up for the Kenya Exiles team that's going to be playing at Cape Fear Sevens. So Sam, karibu sana. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you, Ali.
Okay.
Thanks for having me tonight.
All right, thank you so much. And Sam, you are part of the historic team that beat Fiji in 2016 and lifted the World Rugby 7 Series for the first time in Singapore.
We'll say that again.
So you are part of the historic team that beat Fiji in 2016 and lifted the World Rugby Sevens trophy for the first time ever. That was in the city of Singapore, or rather in the country of Singapore. Tell us a little bit more about that historic experience for a brief minute, because it's something that maybe a lot of diasporans do not know about.
Mm-hmm. Well, I keep telling people who ask me this question that was an occasion when generations met. A few of the players who played in the golden generation, a few of the players who were part of the emerging generation, and a bunch of young players all integrated and formed a team. And for the first time, we had, all the way from Humphrey Kayange to Nelson Oyo. You can see that age difference at that time. I think Humphrey was, 35 at that time. Andrew also, Collins. We had older players, we had younger players, myself, Robert Aringo. Who else did we have? We have Frank Wanyama. You have older, experienced players and young, very fresh and athletic boys who came together with one goal. And that day, the dominoes just aligned, and history was made.
So that's that was one of those. Let me not say unexpected, because Kenya was actually doing very well. Even prior to that, we were making semis. We were just getting jinxed and not being able to win a tournament. So Singapore is where it finally happened. So Sam, asante sana. Yes,